Welcome to another episode and video on my driving robot Discovery based on the fischertechnik TXT controller running embedded Linux and programmed in Python via online mode. It's equipped with two touch sensors on front, active sonar on front, for the time being without the camera, unfortunately, an LED to notify of some change in the direction, and a propeller to show that the algorithm is working. The camera is lacking because of a problem with the latest firmware that is seemingly incompatible with the way that I have programmed the camera. That has been pending for some time, a few months now, and still no sign of any improvement, unfortunately. So apart from that, the problem is right now that I need it to go in the straight direction, and so far that has been a problem. So let's see if making a connection which requires it to be powered on is possible. So connecting it to the battery, and that goes wrong. That is no good. Somehow it refused to go in, and this is an unfortunate construction issue. I would like it to fix, but that will be later. So yes, now it fits in. Power on. Oh, that's not good. Plus and minus, that's correct. And yeah, this, oh, now I notice, oops, wrong cable. So this one goes here, and this one goes here. So, now will be better. Yes, it is. So, now let's see how things will proceed. And I will test with SSH as well as RoboPro. Alright. And one thing. Now let's connect. And it asks for the password. And I'm in. That's good. Now the other terminal, because I'm using two terminals, one to open the source code in case of things going wrong. So opening the source code, now I'm safe, and let's drive a bit. So I'm putting it right here, and running. Connected to TXT, and now it drives. Okay, so a full oops, almost full circle. And what does it go wrong with? A bad file descriptor. An exception in thread. Okay, I will show you on screen. Let's go there. So this is the current situation with Rover Pro here, source code, and let me enlarge it a bit. And this is the output of the first run. And here it says write 886, so that is pretty nice. And what does battery tell us, by the way? So in here, battery, and next one. Okay, 001,000 is in here. So with a sonar larger than 30 centimeters. So I should actually look at that. Then go further, another one, and another one. And they are all batteries from this point. And if I look further, battery end. So it's either that or the other one. And where it comes down to is how is the data. And this is also here. And as far as I can see, no, here. It is all there. So it doesn't even reach any other point in the algorithm. What also is quite ordinary or extraordinary is that here it is 8.7 and here it is 8.9. So the battery voltage isn't measured constantly. And what I also have tried to do, because of the weird behavior, is to get the wheel settings. It's controlled by pulse modulation, but the setting that you have, and then I should go somewhere here. You set the distance, and this distance should be somewhere. Let's find here. Distance. Right, let's go up. Distance pre, and I want to see distance links. So underscore links, which is here. That's very nice, but it's 1 and 0. Do I see rechts? That's a good question. Do I see rechts? Distance. Yes, I do. And the other one? Now distance 0 pre, I could see, and distance 1 pre, which would be no, that is in the same state. What I want to have, well, not this one, because this part indicates that the contact has made contact, and that is not the case. Contact 2, both contacts, and here I'm going into the else state. And here I'm not reading any distance. Well, I do actually. So let's find for distance underscore and see whichever turns out as not found. Go entirely up, underscore s. Oh wait, that's no use, because this only print. This is not written in the data file. So searching for that in the data file has no use at all. Actually, I should add it. So let me change that and find out. I changed a bit of the algorithm in here with the distance between 55 and 60 centimeters. I realized I didn't put anything into the log file, but there was one other thing that I found, because if I want to put here the remaining distance into the log file, I have to calculate it first, which I do here with a new introduced variable, and then I can print it, and only then I can write a value into the data log. So that is one thing. Now the question is, of course, when am I there? Because if I look here at the sonar distance, this is sonar. Where do I see sonar anyway? Actually nowhere. Well, this was 35 centimeters. So I basically have to use it on the same distance as it is here. And here I do not see any sonar. Well, let me just look for it. And that's the only one. Better not searching forwards and searching backwards. That's the only sonar there is. So I should look for further and closer values. And let me save this before it runs out. Let me also check for... Oh, that's a nice one. And once again fails to make contact to controller, which might indicate that I am going out of power. Let's run it from the position I have just left. I'm not worried by that one. Alright, it still works. That I need, okay, there it goes wrong again. But what I want to know is here I am still safe. 8.5. As soon as it approaches 8.0, I have to replace it. The battery, that is. So this is one thing. This is 30 and 35. Oh, which sonar do I have here now? If any. 59. Right. Which is between 55 and 30. 60, of course, 55 and 60. So I should have the same kind of thing in here, also in this one. Alright. 35 and 30, is that the first coming? Yes, apparently. Yes, and oh, I haven't even, the distance, the remaining distance, or the current distance is here, but I don't even calculate the remaining distance. So it all gets confusing. On the other hand, let me check this one that I just wrote. Rem distance, is that anywhere? No. It is distance A45. So let's go here. Distance as A55. It's not found. And forward not found. Why is it backwards not found? Okay, neither. And that makes it hard to analyze anything. If you don't go into an if statement, it's not there. So you have to synchronize all code, which makes it hard enough. And I just find that I have another problem which I caused by myself, but nevertheless it is a problem. What I'm doing is through the whole algorithm, for example in this part, 55 and 60. This is quite right, and then I say, okay, what is the remaining distance? That is 1400 minus the covered distance, which is alright, except that I am doing exactly the same here. 1400 minus this distance. While during the program you come through this several times. So if you always subtract the current counter distance from 1400, you're not coming anywhere. You're basically not going anywhere, and that's a bit of a problem. So I need to find out how to keep a status value of the counter distance, because when you do this it will go on forever, in my idea, and that certainly will exhaust the battery. Which brings me back to the other problem, how to read the value, the cover distance from the motor. And in the manual it gives two possible ideas, being get PWM, and another one I forget right now, but they gave 0 as answer, which is basically the same as I get here. While this is just impossible. If this one counts down and this one counts up, after reading or after making its trajectory, it's simply impossible that they're both 0. Can't be done. Impossible. So, with this value being an impossible value, anyway, what use is it? And that's my point. But I have to do something. So in that perspective, I should improve it by making a status which is valid throughout the program, and then assigning it again. So the 1400 will be used in the first place, and then only the status will be used, status value, which will be handed down through the program, and then we'll see whatever it gives. Hopefully that works out, and that will not be here. The first one to go somewhere is probably here, although this is also a strange thing. Here I have set distance 100, while I have also set distance is 1400. Which is which? What is doing what? Code blindness coming in. Recollecting and thinking things over, and I have still some battery power left, and unfortunately this one still doesn't work. Going back here, of course I have this code, this one, and this one everywhere, so it's not a simple change of code in one if statement. I have 5-6 if statements, and they're all there. And the point is, of course, I set a distance here for just a little bit of driving, and then here I set with the original distance and the cover distance. And the cover distance is then, of course, from the 100. This is from the idea that it drives straight trajectory. So you set 100, you drive some distance, and you do it and you subtract it from the 1400. So that part will not change. However, this needs to change. So, going all the way up, and here I set it for the first time. So that also means that when I set this distance, I have to say original distance is 1400, and with that I can go. However, original distance is not a good thing either. because this distance will change. So set this, I can better say remaining distance, but that sounds very much like the other one I introduced. Anyway, distance left, better. Go as you go. Okay, distance left. And yeah, this is in Dutch and the other one is in English, so confusing wherever you go. No problem here, I think. Yeah, there is already a problem here because here I start to subtract it. If cont, if state. So this is distance left minus something. And a variable is better than a number. So distance left. Here also distance left. But there's another point. This is a subtraction that I should not use. Here I determine counter underscore s underscore a1. So actually what I should do is say distance left is distance left minus counter minus s minus a1. Removing this. So I have the same result, it just used like this. So now I have actually distance left, which is better. And so forth and so on. And with all this analysis and thinking and recoding, I have come almost to the end of this episode again. And unfortunately, this one still doesn't work. So that's it. And with quite a lot of work to do in the coder, I'll wrap this video episode. So let me test the one thing that I have done. Let's see if it works, if it still works. And now it bumps into something which is actually the tripod of the other camera, and it dutifully ends, but also with some weird traceback which I still don't get, and that is not my error. But thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. You can please leave a comment or suggestion what I should do, what I could do in Coder. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. please be so kind to support my my YouTube channel and blog on my website by making a donation. And you can also choose to become a patron and have your name mentioned as a supporter on my website, and depending on the pledge also with my videos. Obviously this is going to be continued. Have a nice day and bye bye.